I remember long ago when I was in K-12 and I was devastated because I had gotten furloughed. And you couldn't tell me, if you would have told me then that I would be where I am now, I'd been like, "Psh, what?" I thought for sure that I was going to be a first grade teacher for the rest of my life. I was ready for it. I love the little people with no teeth. My toothless wonders were amazing. That was life for me. When I got furloughed, my life stopped. And I was like, what am I supposed to do now?
Mm.
And you know what God said to me? There will not be four walls that will be able to contain you. You will teach all over the world. I didn't understand that then. I understand that now as part of my assignment. So I'm leaving education. I'm leaving experience. I'm leaving survival skills because they need all of these things to be able to function when we're not here.
Mhm.
I am raising in my own household scholars. I'm raising critical thinkers. I'm producing critical thinkers in my classroom. So while some people don't like those words and want to outlaw them, and you step in my class, this is what we're doing. That's a part of my legacy. I want people to remember those things when I'm not here. This is my impact.
Yes. And it is echoing literally around the world. I You continue to inspire and encourage me. I mean, the again, this is her third time on, um, and again, it is just another opportunity for us to build upon the first time she talked about the audacity of advocacy. And then we really actually talked with our daughters about, how do we talk to one another? What legacy are we leaving? And the fruit, the product, the product
Mm-hmm.
now is in our hands, and it's a call to action. And I often ask, with our last few minutes, my guests to think about that person. And I'm actually going to ask you to speak to educators, because I have been in spaces where they are so discouraged, beat up, and feeling
Mm-hmm.
unseen. And
Mm-hmm.
they are the lifeline to our
Mm-hmm.
future. And
Mm-hmm.
I want you to close us out, to speak to that educator who is feeling discouraged and exhausted and wants to give up, but you have a message to rise up. What do you say to them?
First of all, I want to say thank you for all that you do and all that you pour. It is time for you to rise up, but you have to rise up in this way. First, you have to rest and recognize that you cannot shoulder, you cannot carry the weight of the world. You have the amazing blessing to be in front of young people on a daily basis. These people look to you, they love you in their way, right? They love you dearly. There's not anything that they won't do for you, but what will you do for them? What legacy will you leave for them? How can you help shape and mold them? I understand your struggle. I understand you're buying books and supplies with your own money. I understand all of that. But now is the time in this climate that we're in, they are looking to you for guidance, and you can't pour into them from an empty cup. So here's one thing I want to encourage you to do. I want to encourage you to write as well. Rebel write, right? I want you to listen to these words. And this is for more than just the educators, for everybody. I pledge to use my words with intention. As you're speaking to our children, be intentional about what you're pouring into them. I pledge to use my words with intention, to challenge oppression, to tell untold stories, and to amplify marginalized voices. Educators, you have that whole population in your classroom. I will write and speak with courage. I will break the silence. I will create space for radical truth telling. It is essential that we tell the truth, that your students know the truth, that they know who they are and they know where they come from. My writing and speaking is activism. It's my resistance and my gift to the world. That is your gift to your students. It's time to rise up.
I am speechless. I am speechless. All I have is thank you. Thank you for again coming on and having a flip side conversation that is so authentic, so real, so from the soul. Uh, I I can't thank you enough, and I want to just remind Girlfriend Gathering that Dr. Dani is opening up the session on March 29th.
I can't
She's
wait. I'm excited.
and she is on fire with challenging you on your impact. So if you haven't registered, now's the time. If you haven't gotten the book, guess what? If you're in the room for Girlfriend Gathering, you will get a raffle ticket. I'm giving away two. So I just want to again say thank you, Dr. Dani.
Thank you.
It was already said in the comments that this was a necessary
Mm,
conversation. This was a
mm.
necessary conversation. It was. So I know people are like, well, I don't know. I'm just meeting Dr. Dani for the first time. How do I follow her? Like, where's she at? Give the
Oh
people
my
your
goodness.
website and your social media handles.
My website is Danny Martin, EDD, all lowercase.com. So you can find your books there. You can find merch, all the things. I'm on Facebook. It's just as Danielle Martin and also Danny Martin, EDD as well. So you can keep track of all the things I'm rebelling against. And I'm on Instagrams, Dr. Danny underscore two. I would love to connect with you and yeah, keep the conversation going. It's time to rise, y'all.